care of opening those survey forms, and she will separate them into 2 piles. Yes, piled, no piled, and then they will be counted by 2 of the trustees to come up with the count.
So what steps did you take to make sure that there were no previous viewings, that the votes would be compromised?
All of these have been sealed, and people have initialed the back. Those when the trustees went door to door, they were sealed on the back of each envelope that whoever filled it out placed their survey into. They were, and then put in envelopes as such. The others were
on properties. We went to the door, they had a form that they had, like y'all did the same one, they had to sign by
Right.
their name. And then we did the same thing with the sticker, and then we pulled them up with the envelope, and put it in the envelope. Whoever was there, it was me and
Do you guys have an opinion about which
whoever
ones
y'all
I
went to, basically
No,
initial
those are
back.
just the door-to-door.
But you have on a binder as well, you have people's names that they signed. I forgot that part. We had to sign in the binder, didn't we?
Same exact one you had to, like if you were number 84,
Right.
they had that line, they had to sign, it was the same exact.
You got a letter. Yeah, that would work.
You recall how many, you went out canvassing, didn't you, Nate? Do you recall how many, do you know how many houses more in addition that you guys hit with the canvassing?
We went out, I think, Jim might remember better, but.
I just got it written down.
Oh, she has it written down. It
So
was like
I don't know
19
which days
houses.
you went, but the 21st, did you go on the 20th? Oh, sorry. The 21st, went to 18 houses and 10 surveys.
Because I don't, that's why I started doing it.
On the 28th, went to 19 houses and 12 surveys.
They were attached to.
I know. And
I'll link it.
went to 17 houses and 4 surveys were completed.
Thank you.
The ones that weren't completed were those people that were home.
Some we went to the door, and I think it was me and Jan. There were a couple people who went to the door, and they did not
they did
want
not
it.
answer the question.
One person, while their name was on the house, since it was on probate, they did not feel like they could do it, and they decided to not. So they had their own reason.
So they did answer the door and give you a reason, and they didn't.
A couple. Some stared at us through their windows, you know?
So did you have to open that mailbox at all, at any point?
Nope, the ones that were door to door, we used a double envelope system.
And what does that mean?
So
They went into the mailbox?
No.
Or they,
They were placed in an envelope. They were initialed by the trustees that went out. They were placed in individual envelopes. Those envelopes were sealed and initialed by trustees on the back of each one, so that if the seal had been broken, you would know that by
which seal, on the yellow envelope there?
both.
Two on.
Both envelopes were signed.
Oh,
So the box did not leave the building, if that's what you're asking.
I see, okay.
This is the system that was developed.
Okay. And Jennifer, you had mentioned that you guys have a nanny cam, a security nanny cam in there to watch the key. There was a key in the drawer.
There's security cameras all around the building.
Okay. And who was monitoring those?
Any board member can check it out.
Did you guys keep that on a schedule? Did you keep a log of everybody monitoring that? How many days did you monitor?
I mean, I had to look at the cameras a couple times lately.
Okay. So,
We all look at the cameras. I don't know what to tell
Okay.
you on that one.
so maybe somebody snuck in and got that key.
Maybe you did. You can never know.
I don't have a key to the building though.
So what I am doing is opening them, putting them with the envelope they came with, noting here, and we will go back through, and also putting them back. So everything is going to be associated with the envelope they came in.
I did find a stolen camera from this summer.
Whose backyard?
It was actually behind the building, all smashed. It
One of
probably-
these cameras?
Yeah.
It was out front here. I don't know who would do that.
We sent it to the county.
Try mine.
Right. For fingerprint.
Maybe you should have watched the video as it got stolen.
We tried.
I don't remember why we did whoever did it reached from the back.
That was
that's what I
it.
thought it
Yeah,
was.
they knew what they were doing.
So that's why we put one on this.
Criminal
side, right?
mastermind. Go both ways.
I know. A lot of pressure here to open these envelopes. I think once I get the ones in the box, it'll take a lot less time.
So,
Do you want me to tell you what my tally is first, and then people? I don't care how you guys do the like recounting.
okay, so should we have Chris and Melanie recount what
It
they
looks
have, so
overwhelming to
it's
me.
not?
Watching the stack, I just as soon get the numbers.
If you give me just 1 second, I can tell you at least preliminarily. Okay, my preliminary numbers are 69 no and 41 yes.
So
Okay. Does that equal the total number you guys thought you had?
Alright.
Okay. So, I mean, we can use that and then I can count them again. But I went through, it came out to what, so I would think it's,
That would be fine.
yeah.
So,
I'm satisfied.
so.
Does anybody want me to recount?
There's not enough of it to make a difference.
Pretty clear.
28.
So that means what?
It's over.
That
is
means
what
that
I was
this
told.
will go no further. There were more no votes than yes votes, so the sewer system is now, we're completed it. We've got the study done. We will not proceed.
Okay, and that'll be in the meeting minutes.
Yes. Yes.
So are you still going to apply for the grant?
No.
There's no
Wouldn't be any
apply for the grant when they have decided they do not want to proceed, so there's no reason to apply.
Got it. Thank you.
So I would just reflect no further action will be taken on the sewer system at this time. Obviously, years in the future, maybe this issue will come up again, but there's no plans to do it.
I hope I'm on the board now.
I had $2,500 on my. Any comments, questions? If not, we're going to proceed to number 8, new business. 8.1, discuss and approve a donation of $200 to the Pasodum Fire Protection District to provide treats for their Christmas party, which will be on December 16th at 10 a.m., and that's when Santa Claus will be making his appearance. So, just need a motion to approve or discussion.
Make a motion to approve $200 to the fire department for the troops.
All second it.
Deanne?
Yes.
Jen?
Yes.
Nathan?
Yes.
Todd?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Janice? Nathan made it, Jen. presentation comments from the board. Chris is still working on trying to get emails for everyone through thesodom.org so that you do not need to use your personal emails and phone numbers. And so she's still working to get those set up.
I noticed the phone numbers were taken down.
Yeah. Yep.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, they do not need to be on there. They don't need to use their own personal phones. If you need to get a hold of them, you can do it through the village website. So they don't have to use their own phones.
You've left their email addresses.
So new
all the
email
trustees
addresses are going to be issued that are going to be village specific email addresses that will be coming up soon.
I see that.
But the village still has a general phone number with a voicemail.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, so we had that, and then under correspondence, we were also going to talk about the Paid Leave for All Workers Act that goes into effect January 1st, and I'll let you elaborate a little bit more on that. Doesn't actually.
So the Paid Leave for All Workers Act applies to all employees, whether full-time, part-time, seasonal, or temporary. And the law becomes effective January 1, but the leave afforded by the act cannot be used until the end of March 2025. So you have to start keeping track beginning of January 1, but no leave can be taken until end of March 2025, or 2024, sorry. Final regulations on this legislation still do not exist. We continue to get guidance from the Illinois Department of Labor, but at this point it's just guidance because they still don't have final regulations, which they anticipate having by the end of March 2024. So what it will mean is you get 1 hour of paid leave for every 40 hours worked. I think my understanding is that, and I think, at least what I'm seeing from my other clients is a lot of them are doing it from you gain it over time if they have employees who are not full-time employees. So part-time staff, they're using the 1 hour for every 40 hours worked. So the village does not have a paid leave ordinance at this point because we haven't had employees that would fall under it because that was typically only provided to full-time employees. So I think in January, the village board will be considering an ordinance, just confirming the policy, how it will apply that. And then that will be subject to change, though. If final regulations come out and they've changed something, then we'll just have to modify our ordinance to reflect that change. Just to give you an idea, I don't know how frequently I've looked at it since the law was passed, but I think their guidance has changed at least 4 times on several topics. Some of them are very clear because it's outlined in the law itself, but there are a number of things that are going to be pending final regulation, and so until then, the Illinois Department of Labor will offer guidance, and they will change their mind about that guidance or drop that guidance and add new guidance. So I'm taking a webinar on it again. I will continue to follow it. I will prepare an ordinance for the board to consider in January, and then if we need to update it after final regulations are issued, we can.
I like how you put the polite way of guidance.
I'm sorry?
I said, I like how you put the polite way of guidance. You ask a question and they don't really ever answer it.
Well, and so much of it is,
I work at the U of I.
there's a lot, in some cases there has been, like, one of the issues that's come up is a lot of employers have policies, and keep in mind this applies to all employers in the state of Illinois, so this is not just governmental bodies. But one of the questions has been a lot of employers have use it or lose it policies, so if you don't use paid time off by the end of the year, it gets lost. So the very initial guidance from the Illinois Department of Labor said, that's okay. And then they came back and said, no, you have to roll it over to the next year. And now the most recent guidance I saw said, well, you can have them, you can pay them out at the end of the year, or you can have them roll it over. So we'll find out, I guess, ultimately.
Any questions, comments regarding that? Okay, and, Dan, do you have anything you want to comment on? Yeah?
Just that if we do get our website fixed up, we should put our real term dates on there. based
Oh,
on
yeah.
What we have. Because I think yours is probably wrong. It's on there now. I'm not sure. I'm sure.
Mine is up in,
Did we confirm?
yeah. Actually, they told me they do not keep track of that.
Yeah, so I
It's
think
up to
that
us to keep
their
track of it.
information on Rob's term is wrong.
Okay. there you go.
All
That's-
the
I was
other,
curious about
yes,
that.
Is mine
yeah.
over-
So,
mine over tonight?
no.
That's what you think.
Do you have another year?
No, so what, it used to work that you would have 2 and 1 that would be on the same, and 2 and 1 that would be on the same. There's been some kind of changing around of seats, so it doesn't quite work like that. But in essence, we should have 3 trustees that would have an expiration date. Their term should be ending, and then the next time it would be the other 3. But I have gone back and confirmed through my records. I think those are consistent with yours, which is off with the office on just Rob's.
All right. And they said they were willing to change it because they didn't really necessarily.
Yeah, because they said it's up to
So
us
that's
to keep
perfect.
them.
I just needed to bring it up and get some clarification.
I think part of the reason is because the way the election requirements work, you theoretically could have that happen with a unexpired term and with a full term. And then you have situations where someone's appointed because nobody ran for the unexpired term, or you appoint them after the fact. So they're making their decisions based upon the best information they have, but it may not follow what actually occurred. Thank you.
So we've got,
So yours, you will have an unexpired term, and you will actually have, I'll have to double check this, but I think you will have to run at the next election because of the amount of the term that's left. I believe so. Yes.
Is that in March? Is that election coming in March?
Not this March.
No.
Not this March?
so I've got Joyce is done in 25, Jen's done in 27.
I'd have to go back and double check my.
And April.
Well, that would be 24 plus 31.
It's all on the county's website.
Well, and that probably has one of them is off. The county website is off on one.
That's where I got the information originally.
But I can get you that.
I've got something I was just checking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Rob, did you? Hey,
Tree issue I talked to Rob about.
There was on Wednesday before Thanksgiving, there was a fight between teenagers out here. Cops came to town. They did not ask for the camera information. I told parents. I said there's parts of it caught on camera, but you have to contact the mayor in order to get that. If they didn't contact you, they didn't go any further. But 3 kids from out of town came and attacked 1 kid from in town.
Tattoo?
A kid from in town.
That's what you said here.
No, not my kid.
Was that after school?
Nope, it was at 8 o'clock at night.
What age is it?
15, 16-year-olds.
I did not see it.
huh?
Nothing.
Correspondence 11.1, the next village board meeting will be Wednesday, January 3rd, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. 11.2, the next study session will be Wednesday, December 20th, 2023